Fire signs, hello. Here to do your weekly read. This is going to be for Leo, sign of Leo, May 2021. I'm going to use this is the Moonchild deck. Beautiful deck. I love it. We'll see what comes out. Oh, there goes the Scorpio card in reverse. Might be dealing with some kind of transformation or some type of new beginning, or you could be continuing to do something at this time. Let's see what else comes out with it first. Okay, so we've got the Death card, we've got the Queen of Wands, and then we've also got the High Priestess in reverse. So, what I'm getting here, Leo, is that you may be having a moment. It's like there's no end to you feeling just kind of amazing without even knowing why. Is how I'm seeing this here. You're not even certain exactly what makes you feel as good as you're feeling right now. It's some type of I'm seeing this woman with her eyes closed and she's got some flowers in her hair. If death was in the upright, I would say there was an end to some type of pleasantry or some type of feeling that you have. Could be a manifestation that you're creating at this time. This is Kim Krantz's Wild Unknown deck, and these cards just fell out like so. So let me lay this out. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the octopus. What I'm seeing here, Leo, is that you're identifying as being very elegant and fertile. These two cards are very much speaking to me together. This is about the transmutation of energy. So this is you changing, you growing, more or less. What's happening here is you keeping the parts of yourself that you feel like can jump over the moon, that is able to reach out to any distance, any project, anybody, and make a connection, a mental one. You're quite able to pollinate, fertilize, and grow a new idea at this time. That's why she's got the garden in her hair. So your garden is very abundant. It's not dying. It's got, I'm just, with the fish, what I'm smelling is fertilizer or manure, which is actually really, it's a way to help the nutrients in the soil continue to grow productively. So it's actually a good thing, even though it might not smell the greatest. This is the knowledge that it's kind of like taking your vitamins or eating your leafy greens. This is a really healthy transition that you're going through. It's not the end of it, and it's not the beginning. Does that make sense? You've been here before. This is something that you've been going through. And this is also not the end of that. Like, it's not you're not done going through it yet. It's a really great period of time in your life where you don't feel like any kind of uncertainty about who you are, about the direction that you want to go, the garden you want to grow, what kind of flowers you want to grow in it, how many times a week you want to go in the garden. Like, I'm seeing garden snakes here on the death card. You've got You've got garden snakes, you've got all kinds of wildlife, birds and the bees going on here with the fish. Plenty of photosynthesis going on here is what I'm seeing from the bee card. And you don't even know that this photosynthesis was taking place to the point where you've now hit some type of a landmark or a sign. I'm seeing this as a street sign, almost like a yield sign. Um, you lit up every single color in your garden on the way along the way of this journey. So I'm seeing the rainbow colors here on the outside of this hummingbird card, and then also seeing it going straight at the core or the middle of this stingray. So you've been able to successfully pollinate or successfully highlight some of the greatest parts about yourself, some of the most um, productive, exclusive, unique, um, flourishing aspects of your mentality, of your personality, and of your ability. These three are all in the reverse. So when we're looking at this kind of is where you came from. This was your old foundation. Your old foundation, you would go, you felt less like a bird, more like a bee. So smaller than larger, which is now changed. You now feel not even like an air sign so much anymore here. Now you're water. This is aqua Aries. So aqua Aries. Aqua is what fish is. Agua is how you say water in Spanish. Fishes swim in water, and these two, both the bird and the bee, swim in, or obviously fly in the air. They don't swim in the water. But without the birds and the bees, if the birds and the bees were drowned, that would be a real problem for your virility, for your vivacious nature. I'm just hearing ginkgo biloba. I don't know what. You guys might be taking supplements. Look, I'm seeing now that whatever you're doing here, like I just said, with this kind of all the colors lighting up, here is the cap. This is your thinking cap. So you've gone through quite a bit of literal. You could have been kind of religious, potentially. Christians oftentimes use a fish as a symbol. Um, you don't want to hawk or kind of pawn off your value or your ability to create. You don't want to be a buffalo giver, is what I'm hearing here. An Indian giver, but um, I'm hearing the white buffalo story. So this is really this is a success story for you. You didn't know that you could be productive this way. It's kind of a counterintuitive encounter is what I'm getting here. From the beginning to the end, it's been counterintuitive. There was like this moment you thought you were going to die, but you didn't. And then you kind of wish that you had because you went through the dark night of the soul. And now you came out of it with this new head on your shoulders. I'm just seeing like if this was a snapshot of her inner peace and well-being, her stability of mind, then she's no longer trying to jump from one bowl to the other. She's no longer a fish out of water. There's no longer a need to be afraid of predators scooping you up or the birds and the bees. You're protected. You're okay. You've come across whatever obstacles it was that you had going on, you snapped that whip, you cracked it. Again, Aqua Aries, Aquarius. Could very strongly be dealing with an Aquarius. Leo. This could definitely be Aquarius and you doing your thing and vibing together. So, I don't know. You will know how this applies to your life, and please do remember, this is kind of a transmutable energy. So when you see actual females or males on these cards, they could be the opposite gender. We all have both genders associated. So could be a Scorpio. This is a fire sign, and then High Priestess is typically just kind of depends. That's a major arcana. So, in my opinion, I kind of tend to think it's more of like a Cancer, like a water sign vibe. But I'm sure some people would argue with that. So, to me, this is just a blissful knowing. It's not like you didn't. It's not like you've never seen anything that you're about to see now, and you're okay with that. And you're revamping your ideas about that. And it's not something that you're going to think about in your past or, um, this is an inner knowing coming into fruition. This is these two things happening so that you can stand tall with a new outlook that's really strong and stable rather than being kind of meek and meager. This is not a bad place to be, by the way. Vulnerability is what it takes to be productive. If you're always just strong arming things and, you know, exerting way too much energy, it can be really hard to be delicate. So you need both of these aspects to have a well rounded mind. So good job. Anyway, kind of all I've got for now. I'm going to use the Motherhood deck to see. Yeah, Death came out again. So this is Death in the upright and Death in the reverse. So you're integrating those two sides of yourself into one so that you can find your peace. You don't want to end things, but you don't necessarily want to begin them either. You're enjoying every moment of whatever it is you're doing. Yep, this is the Emperor here. Very authoritative, very this could be a very attractive man. Like I said before, this doesn't have to be a woman's energy. And since the Emperor just came out here, it's like the Queen and the Emperor are actually a really good pair together. The Emperor would know exactly what to do to keep the Queen happy and vice versa. So that is the balancing that I'm seeing here cerebrally. Could really be just having this nice realization that something is, yeah. So there's the Seven of Cups here. You've got choices on how to think about something. You've got a whole bunch of different inputs, seeing all the arms of this octopus, and then also seeing all those outlets here that you've now plugged into. This is almost like an avatar type mingling of energies. So this could be both sides of yourself, or it could just be the strong and the weak forces of the universe coming together to really show you that death can be used as birth and birth can be used as death. And as a result of that, we've got the Ace of Cups directly over the High Priestess in reverse. So you know no death. This is the Death card. This is High Priestess. You know how to regenerate abundantly, to make something come alive again. This went from Death to the Ace of Cups. Up here, it's the Emperor with the Seven of Cups. So the Emperor's got choices on how to regenerate. Whatever it is that you're working on, Leo, you've got a whole lot of different ways to look at things from different perspectives and different ways that you can use transmutation of energy, which is right behind these two here. So vultures eat dead things. They turn death into a meal. I don't know if you guys have seen that Meryl Streep movie Death Becomes Her, but that movie is coming to mind right now for some reason. Um, but anyway, Leo, I think you're just kind of coming into your own by letting yourself be who you already are. I am what I am, I'm hearing. Okay, the crone came out. So this is not card number 9. This has got a quite a bit of like the 9 of pentacles, or the equivalent of 9 of pentacles. This is real abundance. This is real wealth. This is real. I'm just hearing all these words that are talking about cultivation. You're really cultivating yourself. You're able to look at those aspects that are a little bit maybe weaker and use them to your own advantage to make them into a positive again. And that's the transmutation of energy that might make other people crazy, but to you it just helps you take flight. To you it's just a normal state of being that helps you to take flight. So, um, that's all I've got for now, Leo. I will see you guys next week. If you enjoyed that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.